Hey, hey, hey! Hi, paper crafting friends! Happy Sunday crafternoon! It is Dawn Bourgette, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And it looks like I am where I need to be. At first I was kind of panicking and thinking I connected on the wrong place on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, they're changing things on me. Those turkeys. And so things are a little bit different. So if you guys, as the week goes by, let me know if you're seeing my posts, because I'm understanding that with these changes, some are not seeing posts on business pages that they like. And of course, that's the whole reason why we're here, right? Is to follow things that we love and like. So anyway, with that, let's get on with things. I want to make sure I'm going to be able to see your comments. I'm trying some new things. There we go, I think. All right, awesome. So say hi. Let me know where you guys are from. I hope you're having a great weekend. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and jump on in here. Hey, Joyce, hi. Thanks for popping on and spending a little bit of time with me today on this Sunday. It's a beautiful day in Michigan. It's actually on the warmer side, on the verge of it's humid for dawn. Like, I don't do humidity. I don't know about you guys. Like, I don't like snow, but I really don't like humidity either. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm in air conditioning right now. It's all good. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know once again, celebration is going on right now. And for those of you who may be new, hey, Evelyn, I know, right? It's a hot day for Michiganders. You know, some might think it's nice and refreshing in other parts of the country. But anyway, celebration is going on right now. It's going on until the end of August. And so today I wanted to feature yet another item that is in the celebration brochure. Now, if you'd like to go ahead and grab anything that you see that I'm using today, this is the July host code. Just make sure that if you do spend more than $150, don't use the host code. Go ahead and use those freebies, Stampin' Rewards, product credit, whatever you want to call it. Use that for yourself, okay? But otherwise, if it's under $150, if you could please use the host code, that would be awesome sauce. All right, so also the mini catalog started the first part of this month, started on July 1st, and it ends the end of December. And of course, it has all of what I love, my favorite things, everything holidays and fall, Halloween. And we're actually going to feature this right here because Stampin' Up, of course, is really clever, and they have teamed up a celebration product. They always do this, right? Of course, because then you need to have it all. I mean, that's why I do what I do, so I can have it all. So anyways, this right here, which is in celebration, is called the Tree Lot Dies, and it is free for a minimum of $100 purchase with me. And then it coordinates with this stamp set, which is in the holiday, or I guess we are technically calling it now July through December mini catalog. And it's on page 39. So yeah, so these work with these. But I guess what I kind of wanted to talk about today when we do start to create is that even though it's in a holiday book, right? We think Christmas, we think holidays and winter time. I'm going to also make 2 cards along with the holiday card that is not Christmas, so that if you do earn these freebies, that you'll find some inspiration on stretching on the ways that you use them, right? We're going to expand our craniums today with creativity. Ooh, that sounded like really heavy and stuff, didn't it? So anyway, that's where we're going with things today. But before we do that, just a couple more things that I do want to go ahead and go over with. Whoops, I just dropped my catalogs. They went flying on the floor. Anyway, I want to talk about a few things before we get into the creativity. So first of all, a couple of happenings here and a change, which is a good change, I think. So let's go ahead, and a couple of these things we've gotten, July is flying by, right? This last Saturday, I had my BOGO, which is a big sale. It was, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I got home, I was exhausted, and I wasn't even the one shopping. It was great fun. Thank you to all of you who are local, who participated at my BOGO yesterday. You guys are awesome, and you're professional shoppers. Like, I'm so proud of you. So anyway, I'm taking calls for that BOGO up and through Tuesday. So if I don't happen to answer the phone for your orders, hang in there, bear with me, because my dad is visiting and I may be out and about, so I'll be doing calls until the evening hours. But anyway, the next class coming up is going to be on July the 28th on Thursday. And in fact, I shouldn't be telling you guys this because I already ordered the product for it. But for those that have signed up for it, just a reminder, Thursday, July 28th. And that is going to be the Happiness Abounds, Hues of Happiness, all that fun stuff. It's beautiful, and you guys are going to love the cards. And then as we get into the end of the month, actually the day after, we have Starbucks, coffee and a card. It's free. Come on over and join me. Sip and stamp, have a little something from Starbucks, and make a free card. The only requirement is that you need to send it to somebody who needs a smile, right? So anyway, that's coming up on the 29th on Friday. That'll be 12 noon until 2 p.m. So come on over and join me if you're local, even semi-local, and want to take a drive and just hang out with me and say hi. That'd be a lot of fun. Okay, also, as far as classes go, into August, oh, I know, right? Like, Dawn, we're not even through July, but I'm starting to plan a little bit. So as we get into August, this is going to be the card class. These may look familiar because we did them on a live, but we're actually going to make them in person. So this will be on August the 11th, and this class is free with a minimum order. And of course, we have celebration going on, so, you know, it's all good. And then as we get towards the end of August, I've decided to make an executive decision. And instead of texture chic, we're going to go ahead and do rustic harvest. I'm feeling fall. I don't want to rush it by any means, but I am feeling fall. So we are going to make some beautiful cards and have product included in this particular class. And this will be on Thursday, August 18th. It'll be $37. You'll receive a $5 coupon during class on any size order, and is going to include the leaf, labels, and amber gem combo pack, the rustic harvest DSP, and the linen thread. So it's going to be a good time. I love product classes because they do include product. It's kind of like Christmas at card class. And we make double the amount of cards too. We usually make 2 of each, 4 different designs. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and I didn't get a chance to really peek into the box a whole lot, other than I took the plastic off of it. So we have a new kit. We have the Kits collection. All right, so this is the new kit right here, and I forgot the name of it. It's Remedy, or what is this? What is this? What is this? It is the Best Remedy Kit. So like get well cards, that kind of thing. Very cool, right? And I just thought I would peek in the box and share it with you guys since I haven't had a chance to really check it out. So like I said, I just took all the wrapping off of it and threw it back in the box. So these kits are a lot of fun. This happens to be a kit that you will have some stamping, and they give you everything that you need in this kit. Now I believe this is, let me see here, I wrote it down, item number 160171, if you decide you'd like to grab it. It's $23 and it makes 9 cards. There's 3 different designs and you make 3 of each. It comes with all the stuff that you need to make them, including a stamp set and an ink spot. Ooh, it's Starry Sky, one of my favorites that we're going to work with today, a matter of fact. I love those little ink spots. I collect those. So anyway, let's take a quick gander into this before we get going on all of our other fun stuff, because this is fun too. So they're giving us some dimensionals, some sequins that are already have sticky on the back. These I love because they're super easy to use. You don't have to mess with the glue dots, so to speak. So that's always easy peasy, right? I like easy peasy. It comes with a block because you're going to need this block to stamp with your photopolymer stamp set. And let's do this so you guys can see it, because I want to see this set too. Oh, that's cute. That is adorable. In fact, let's do it this way so we can actually read the sentiments that come in this. There's a few stamps in this set. Wow. So for $23, you're getting the stamp set, a block, the ink spot, the embellishments, the cards, the envelopes, and yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, super cute. Check out the envelopes. So they're decked out as well. So you have pretty happy mail. And it looks like, ooh, also these. Those are cool. Ooh, and these. It's kind of like fireworks in July, right? Why not? And then let's check out the card fronts. So they're pre-cut, pre-scored, so you don't even need like a paper trimmer or anything like that. Pre-scored, so you just need your bone folder, make the crisp folds of your cards. They're already white on the inside, so you don't need to add a liner to them. That's really nice. And then you have these little stickers and things to decorate them up, which I'm kind of digging that. Aren't those cute? Can you see the heart there? It's kind of, there we go. There we go. I caught it in the light. And then there's, it looks like pool party. So 3 pool party card bases. Whoops, I'm dropping things. And then the stripes. You had me at stripes. I love these. Those are really cute. Super cute. Bright, cheerful colors for Get Well cards. Oh my gosh. Check those out. So you don't even have to color. They've already been professionally colored for you. That is the best. Oh, look at this little guy. How cute is he? So yeah, this looks like a really cool kit. I'm really excited to put these together. And then here are some layers that it's already dry embossed. Love that. And then of course, these are for your sentiments. And all you'll have to do is just punch these guys out. Super easy. Like I love projects like this. Ooh, and these are gonna fall right out. So we're just gonna go ahead. And this again looks like it's, oh, there we go. There's the pretty side. I was thinking that they were white. No, they're Starry Sky. And they're dry embossed. Those are really cool. Okay then. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get these out of this guy because they're falling out on me anyway. I'm gonna get rid of that. But anyway, I wanted to show you this kit because it's new to me. It was just available, what, a week ago, I think. And I just wanted to take a bigger peek at it. And I thought, why not share it with you guys? So again, if you're interested in this kit, it's item 160171. Okay. All right. That takes care of all that business. So why don't we go ahead and get started and do some cards. So once again today, we're going to be working with a free celebration product, which is the Tree Lot Dies on page 12. And it's a level 2. And this is the item number. And again, you can earn this with a minimum of a $100 order. And like I said, then we have this set that's in the July through December catalog that perfectly coordinates with it because that's what Stampin' Up! Does. Their coordination is awesome. So we're gonna play today with these and do something Christmassy and non-Christmassy as well. The first thing that I wanted to share with you guys is a little something that I just recently started to use, and that is Adhesive Sheets. I don't know how many of you guys have used this stuff already. I wanted to show how to use it because I've been talking about this in my classes with my gals, but yet I haven't actually demonstrated how to use it. So I thought I would just take a couple of minutes and we'll just go ahead so you can see how cool this is and why it's a must-have in your craft room, especially if you have very detailed dies, like some of the dies that are in the tree lot dies. And I'll show you what I mean here. So anything that has, for an example, oh, my dies are, they're gonna go camping. They're running away on me. But if you can see, this is the outline of the tree. And to get glue in all those little places, it's a little tricky. You could do it, but it's a little tricky. So the sheets, or the adhesive sheets, are super handy to use when dealing with that stuff because it basically turns your die that you've cut on your die machine into a sticker. So it covers the entire backing with adhesive, which is so much easier, right? So just to show you guys here, so the sheets come, I think they're like, what are the size of these buggers? They're big. They are big. So let's see here. 6 by 12. 6 by 12 sheets. So they are good sized. And then just for the purpose of demonstration, I know I'm going to be using these two colors eventually with cutting some trees. So we're just going to use one. We're going to go with Parakeet Party because I love this color. I'm a little partial to this bright green. And I cut this piece. I'm going to use it as a scrap piece for trees later. And I cut it at 4.5 by 5.5. Like I said, just to have it on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and take an adhesive sheet. And it has, I don't know what you want to call it, like a coating on both sides. So it's sticky in the middle, kind of like a sandwich. And I'm going to go ahead and take my trimmer and let's go ahead and cut it to 4.25 by 5.5, which is the same size as my scrap piece. Okay. You can get a lot of mileage out of a pack of this. I'm trying to see, there's 12 sheets in here, so you do get a lot of sticky. A lot of sticky. And by the way, this stuff, speaking of sticky, is very sticky. So don't do what I've done. And I've tried to trim this down from a scrap piece, and I end up where the adhesive sheet is larger than the piece I was covering. And when I went to trim it, I got sticky all over my trimmer. It was a hot mess, and I had to use that Goo Gone stuff. Oh boy. Yeah, my fingers were sticky. The trimmer was sticky. It was great. So anyway, you'll see on one side of this paper, it's like 3 panels here. And you can peel those little buggers off. And then what I like to do is just go ahead and align it at the top. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, again, this is just for the purpose of, you know, cutting out whatever it is that you want to make into a sticker. So I slowly peel these off, not all at once, because usually with me, it lands funny and then I have a hot mess going on. And go ahead, press it firmly in place. Now you have sticky back. So when you run this through your machine, let me get, where did I put those dies? Here we go. So we'll just go ahead, we'll try it. I know my machine likes to scoot all over, so we're gonna go ahead and use my little mat here. And hopefully this isn't gonna be like super close where you can't even see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and usually what I like to do, because You know, as I explain it, I know I'm really weird, but I explain it like a tough piece of meat. When you put this through your machine, you're going to want to make sure that you run it through a couple of times because you have that coating or the back of the adhesive sheet on the piece of paper. I just want to make sure that it does cut through it. And sometimes parts of my machine are, there's more pressure on one side than there is on the other. So just to make sure that it does cut, I go ahead and I zip it through a few times. It's just a thing, you know, some machines are calibrated different. All right, so now when I peel this off, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it, see if we can get some of these little pieces to stick to the backing so we don't have to pick so much out with our picket tool. Ooh, that worked really well. So now you have, we'll put it here because this is a non-stick surface. This entire piece is now a sticker. Isn't that cool? So when you, I didn't cut the other part of the tree. Anyway, when you layer it on your other part of the tree, it will completely stick because it's a full sticker. So I really am loving the adhesive sheets. At first I was a little hesitant on them. I wasn't sure if I could figure it out. And then I'm like, oh, duh, it was so easy. So anyway, we're going to keep that tree here so he doesn't stick to me and I don't lose him. Anywho, so like I said, now that I've learned how to use the stuff, and I laugh now because it's so easy to use, but you know, when you get a new product and you're just not sure, and I don't know, I just kind of set it off to the side and push it away. Okay, so the first card we're going to do today is a fall card. A fall card instead of a Christmas card. And let's see, get all my pieces here. And again, using both the dies and the stamp set. So the Tree Lot dies and Trees for Sale stamp set. Say that 10 times fast. So I had already cut out, in fact, I made this a sticker too, just for kicks, and I didn't need that, so to speak. But anyway, I got a whole bunch of sticker stuff going on. So I used a piece of crumb cake cardstock. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, and I went ahead and scored it at 5 1/2. I'm gonna go ahead and take my bone folder and give it that nice crisp edge. And then this DSP, this is so pretty, you guys. This is also free product in Celebration right now. It's a 12 by 12 pack of paper, and it's free with a level 1 $50 minimum order. I love this stuff. It's kind of geared towards not just Christmas, but fall as well. And there's even some like, I want to call it sky paper, because that's what it reminds me of, like stormy skies. I don't know. Anyway, don't mind me, but I love the paper. I really do. I love when there's a pack of paper that you can purchase that's versatile for many different occasions, and this seems to be like one of them. Okay, this piece is 2 by 5 1/2. I've also cut a piece of Poppy Parade at 1/4 inch by 5 1/2. And I just wanted to dress it up a little bit. I thought that this looked a little naked. So we're gonna go ahead and attach this piece as well. There we are. See, it just kind of dresses it up, doesn't it? And then I also used, and I'll show you guys here. I know I show these every week because I think I use these every single week. Like, these are a staple in my craft room. These are the Stylish Shapes. Yep, Stylish Shapes. They're in the annual catalog on page 175. And there's the item number for those. Anyway, I love the circles, and these right here I use almost all the time on a card. So I went ahead and I cut that out ahead of time because you guys already have seen now how the die machine works. And I need some dimensionals, right? All right. So we're gonna go ahead. I think I need one more. There we go. And we're gonna pop him. Oops. I'm dropping things here. And put him about there. And this is the back of the tree. So the dies that I have here, I'll show you guys. So these open trees are the backs, and then again, these dies here are the detailed dies that look like that. So you can give your tree a little bit of dimension. So I've already cut, this is evening evergreen. So I've already cut that out. And then I also ran this through my die machine. And this is So Saffron because I wanted to pull out the colors that are in the designer paper. Even though we normally don't have trees that are yellow in my world, it's art and they can be any color they want to be. If they want to be pink, we'll rock out the pink trees. So this one isn't gonna, well maybe, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, pop him out, and you'll see on the back here, in fact, I'm gonna give it, like I said, a little bit of pressure so I don't have to poke out as much of those little confetti pieces, if possible. And there we go. Most of them are coming out, well, about half. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger. This is where it gets a little messy, but it works for me. And just get all those little pieces out. This is where you need like the Jeopardy music while Dawn gets everything off of her fingers. Anyway, so now I have this cute little tree, the outline of it. We're gonna go ahead and, whoops, got that guy. Oh my word. There we go. Okay, maybe we'll just continue stamping with those on my fingers. And we're going to line that up, stick it down. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? I mean, it just seems a lot easier than to battle with like a fine tip glue pen or trying to use your seal adhesive and then ripping it. It's so much easier, stress-free, and you won't rip your die that you've cut. I'm gonna go ahead and attach it. I think I attached it, yep, with the dimensional. So take these again. That's so funny, I got confetti stuck to my fingers now. All right. I'm gonna stop for a second, say hi to Kathy. And hey, happy birthday, Evelyn. Oh my gosh, how did I skip that? Happy birthday. I'd sing it, but you guys don't want me singing. And then what I'm going to do, since I use dimensionals on this, I'm gonna just pop a dimensional on one end so that it is more balanced. I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure how else to, yeah. In fact, I actually made this into a sticker too because I was just playing and playing and playing. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can peel this side off. Since the sticky's already there and I need sticky on it anyway. And we're gonna go ahead, put that down like so. And then I also grabbed, I thought these were kind of a more, I was looking for more of a masculine fall card. And these, I've been loving using with the He's the Man Suite. But I love these, the rustic metallic dots, I guess you want to call them. I'm going to go ahead and take the Picket tool and put a few of these on there just for a little added something something. All right. And there we go. That is card number 1. What do you guys think of that one? A little bit different, right? I know, yellow tree, kind of weird. It's it's all good. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do the Christmassy one now. And then we'll do a summer card. Because the summer card is actually my, I don't know, I don't want to say favorite, because then that's not showing the love to the others. But anyway, I wanted to use the camper that is in that set of dies. You had me at camper. Like, the camper is the cutest, isn't it? And it comes with all these different pieces to assemble and add to your camper, like the wreath and the bow. And again, these trees. Now, this is a different way to use the trees. I wanted to use the stamp set as well. So I went ahead, I stamped the trees and then just cut out the outline of them to use them that way. Aw, thanks, Kathy. I've made pink trees already, so hey, what the heck. In fact, you know, I forgot to bring that in here. My little 8x8, I'll have to post pictures of it again. I know a couple of you have seen it, but again, it's using the dies and the stamp set and all. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna make this card right here. So first of all, I have a piece of Starry Sky. I love this color, you guys. It's so like electric blue, so cool. So I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2. And again, we're gonna go ahead and give that a nice crisp fold because those make me so happy. And I went ahead and I ran through a whole bunch of what I call losables already, so you guys didn't have to watch me cut all these things and lose them. We'll see if Dawn can lose these now. Okay, so I've already cut the little camper. Isn't he adorable? And then there is, I should bring these out again here so you guys can see. So this is the camper itself. This piece here actually cuts 2 pieces and embosses at the same time, which are these 2 pieces in Old Olive. So we're gonna go ahead and assemble those. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of my liquid glue. And let's go ahead and assemble the camper. And try not to use too much of this liquid glue because otherwise it goes all over. But the one thing that I do like about the liquid glue is it does give you a little bit of time to move your stuff in case it's crooked. Gives you a little bit more leeway because, ooh, then I got it. See, all over my thumb. I'm such a hot mess with this stuff. Dawn's keyword for the day, hot mess. All right. Oh, goodness sakes. Well, if anything, these little stars will stick to me and I won't lose them. So these itty bitty stars they're part of the set. They're dies that are in that set as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the wreath, which is also in that set, and just a tiny bit of glue, and we're going to add the wreath to the camper. And then this itty bitty bow. He is so stinking cute. I cut him in Starry Sky, and we'll attach him just like that. Yep, a little bit too much glue. Oopsie. Okay, and the stars I figured I would replace with what I used on this card with bling, with rhinestones. We're gonna make it look just a little bit different, a little bit more like a Starry Sky. So I'm gonna move those over here before I lose them. And I have a piece of, or I thought I did, somewhere. Aha, yes, I needed to have a piece of scrap paper to protect my surface here. And we're going to use the blending brushes. So with that, I cut this piece here with the stitched rectangle dies, which is this set. This is another one of those go-to sets that I'm always using with my die machine. I love it because I love that little bit of a stitched edge. I think it just dresses it up a little bit. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to use Tahitian Tide and soft suede inks. And we're going to develop a sky and a ground. Let's see. First of all, let's do Tahitian Tide. These brushes are the Bomb Diggity. This is another one of these things where I kind of hesitated to use them, and then once I started, I was like, okay, I'm addicted. Now I need one for every color. But honestly, you don't. You don't. You can use them within color families. I don't even wash them all the time. I know, gasp. But I don't. And it's all good. But anyway, you can wash them out and let them dry, and then they're good to go again. So if you're really, really, really crazy about making sure, you know, it's all perfect, it's all good, you can do that. All right, and again, as you want more color, just add it in. I always say less is more at first. You can always add more ink, but you can't remove it once it's there. Okay, perfect. And then we're gonna add the ground. So we're gonna do a little bit of soft suede. Just like so. Oh, isn't that pretty? It doesn't look like much at first, but once you do your layers, then it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, put my ink aside so I don't get my fingers in it, because the way I am, I'm like a bull in a china cabinet. I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate this for now. Ooh, that's so pretty. Now we're going to build our background. So I've already stamped some trees, like I said, and I used Old Olive and Garden Green. And you're like, just one color? So what I did is I stamped off the first time, and then I did full strength on the inside of the tree. And these stamps, let me dig them out again so you guys can see. So it's this part here that I did full strength. This here I stamped off once to remove some of the ink off of my stamp, and that's how you get these two tones of color. So it's just another really cool way, I don't know, to just get more mileage and like a technique, I guess. You know what I mean. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna stamp these. They've already been stamped on. Hello. Gonna stick them down. Put a little bit of glue on them. And start to make our background without getting glue all over my fingers. So go ahead, oh my gosh, seriously, Dawn. See, that's what happens. You get glue on them fingers and kabammo. Let's see, right here. And we'll add one right there. That looks goofy, right? But it won't in a minute. Then we're gonna go ahead and add our Campa. And I need some of these little dimensionals here. And these are the mini glue dots, which are a perfect size for the smaller stuff. And I think we also have, yeah, the combo pack, which has both black and white dimensionals. So if you are, whoops, I'm gonna add one more. So if you're working with darker colors and you'd like to have the darker dimensionals underneath, you have that option. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the coverings off of these. And stick our camper in place. Isn't that cute? And then this side of the Picket tool has this, I want to call it poster putty. It reminds me of when I was in college. Maybe you guys can relate, okay? Because it's been a few years since I've been in college. But when we were in college, we couldn't, of course, mess up the dorm walls. And so if we wanted to put up posters or calendars or anything like that, we'd have to use this poster putty stuff. I don't even know, do they still make that? But anyway, that's what it reminds me of. And it's just sticky enough, but yet it doesn't make a mess. And it grabs to all the little things. So for these itty bitty stars, instead of relying on my fake nails and having stars getting lost underneath my nails, the Picket tool has the end that has like poster putty on it. Whoops, there we go. We'll put a star there. Ooh, I almost added too much glue. We'll see how this works. Anyway, and the die that I cut these from, it cuts out 3 at a time. And I'm gonna try to get a really close up here. Can you guys see that? It also kind of embossed it as well. It's so cool. Okay, so we're gonna try to put these right side up, maybe, there we go, where the glue is, just like that. It's pretty darn handy. I'm kind of digging the whole putty thing, although I want my star right side up. There we go. And put that on like so. And let's see, another one. Those itty bitty stars are so stinking cute. Okay. And then I've also cut a piece of, I forgot the size of this. It's white, basic white, and it is 3/4 of an inch by 3.5. And this is what we're going to use for our sentiment. And we're going to use Starry Sky. And, whoops. Oh my goodness, look at all these pieces that I've cut in advance so I can like play and play and play. I do that a lot though. I love to cut pieces out so then later on I can continue to make more cards and not have to waste any time later cutting out. So I take like a couple hours just to cut out a whole bunch of shapes from the dies. It's this one here. You can see I like this one. It's stained. It's well loved. And use this block here. Ink this puppy up. Ooh, that could be a disaster. Let me clean that off. That's what happens when you rock your stamp. You get a little bit too much ink and then it makes a hot mess. Okay, I'm gonna center it. Perfect. I love success. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I close this first of all so I don't get it all over me. Can you imagine this color like all over? That would be really bad. I'm gonna put this on with dimensionals. Everything is always better with a few dimensionals, right? Dimensionals and ribbons. And center it onto the card base. And then we're going to take this piece and attach it with, we'll go ahead and use this liquid glue again. Just a little glue. And position it so it's kind of centered-ish. And there we go. Card number 2. I think I like the stars. I don't know, what do you guys like better? Do you like the rhinestones or the stars? They're both cute. And then also I want to add this on the inside of my card. I call it my little liner because of course if you write on the inside of this card, it's going to look like invisible ink, right? There we go. All right. Ta-da! Card 2 done. Whoop whoop. All righty. And then we have one more card. Get all my stuff situated here. So this card here, I need to give credit where credit is due. As demonstrators, we have a really awesome resource on Facebook, and it's called the Demonstrator Planning Place. And there we can post card creations, anything that we create, we can post there. And what's really nice is it's there as a resource for all of us as demonstrators. And I seen a card very similar to, well, this card is very similar to somebody who is an artisan on our artisan team at Stampin' Up! And her name is Yvonne, and I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. But she made this super cute card, and she used the same products, but made a summertime card. I changed it up very, very, very slightly. But I just thought it was stinking cute and just, again, wanted to show another way to use the dies other than Christmas, right? Because I think trees are always very versatile. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I used on this card so you know where to find them. For the sentiment, I changed it up. She has something different. But I went ahead and I used Wildlife Wonder, and I used Sending Birthday Wishes. I wanted something that was kind of a long and skinny-ish sentiment. And this can be found in the annual catalog on page 81. And then the clouds, let's see, where did I put those dies? My poor table is like bursting. Okay, so the clouds, I used the Give It a Whirl dies. I honestly forgot that clouds were in this set. So check this out, you guys. There's one cloud, there's another cloud, and another cloud. The other thing that I have used a lot without actually using this for what it was intended for, because it's to make interactive cards, I've used the stars on that gnome card that I made for the 4th of July. And these are the stars that I borrowed from this. So it's Give It a Whirl dies, and it's in the annual catalog, and I forgot to put the page number on it. That was silly. But anyway, in the back of the book. So that's where I got the clouds. The punch, I used a retired circle punch for that. And then, of course, you know where I've gotten the trees. This little deer is from the die set that's part of Celebration as well. I'll show you that. It is, where did it go? Or no, that's right, it's not. Sorry, erase that. That little deer is from Grassy Grove. That's right. And I'll show you the cute little deer. There's some really cool dies in this set. Actually, I used 2 dies. So the background in Parakeet Party is this die right here. It's like a background scenery die. And then the deer is right from here. So these are actually called Grove dies. So that's where I got those from. So I used a little bit of everything. Dabbled here, dabbled there. But I loved this card, and I thought, you know what? We just need to put this together because it's flippin' adorable. So for my card base, I used thick basic white cardstock, and I cut it at 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I'm gonna go ahead and once again use that bone folder. You guys know the drill, right? And then the layering piece, I got a whole bunch of little losables here. Yes, losables. This is Balmy Blue, and I cut it to, I have my cheat sheet here, 4 by 5 1/2. Because I wanted it end to end, but I wanted a little bit of white showing on the top and the bottom of the card. And then we have a few trees, and these are in, oh my gosh, shaded spruce. I had to think of, oh my gosh, what color did I use? So this piece was cut with that background die. And again, that's Parakeet Party. And then I cut out the trees in shaded spruce. We got a pile of stuff going here, don't we? And then I already made the sticker and ran it through the die machine for the trees, and it gives it, like I said, just a little bit of dimension, because there's several ways to use those dies, right? You can either just stamp, you can stamp and cut, or you can just use the dies. So I like that about this set. It gives you a lot of versatility. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna work with the trees. I'm going to try not to get all the confetti on my fingers and see if this will work out as beautifully as it did with the Parakeet Party. Well, kind of, sort of. That's okay. This is our last card, so if I get confetti all over me, why not? We'll just stick that there and get all these little pieces out. There we go. And this goes with the bigger tree. Whoops, there we go. And put that on like so. There's one tree. Actually, I should have done the other two before I got on here, huh? So what is everybody up to this weekend while you watch me pick out confetti from trees? Tell me what you've been doing. I want to know. Okay, here we go. And again, get more of that confetti out. Line it up. Hopefully my forehead isn't in your view. There we go. Tree number 2. And one more little tree. Okay. I wonder, okay, call me blonde, because I am. But I was just thinking, as I'm picking all this stuff off my fingers so I can continue to stamp, if this would actually work. No, I guess not. Well, it was a good thought. Okay, anyway. Get all those little confetti pieces out. And again, stick it to your tree. And there we go, we have some really cute trees. Oh my gosh. Oh, too funny. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, let's attach this so we can get him out of the way here. Put this background piece of Parakeet Party onto my Balmy Blue base. Line it up, looks good. That looks a little goofy, but once again, it's just gonna be a background. And then I cut the camper with Bermuda Bay. And then I cut these little pieces for the top and the bottom with silver. I thought that looked really pretty, so I wasn't gonna change it. I'm like, you know, let's do the same color. When I was young, we had a camper And it was an old camper, and it even survived an accident. This funny memories that come up in my head. I must have been maybe 5, and the camper, I think what it was is it came detached from the hitch, and my parents had, I just remember it was a big yellow boat of a car, and when it detached from the hitch, the whole forward of where the bunk would have been came forward and hit the back window of the vehicle, and my brother and I were sitting in the back seat. Talk about terrified. That is like one of those memories that are like, it's embedded in my head and I can't get it out. So yeah, I've always pledged that if I were to ever get a camper, it would not be anything less than a 5th wheel, because I would never want to go through that experience again. That was crazy. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and play with the clouds. What I like about those dies too, not only do they cut the clouds, but they also give that little stitching around the edge of them as well. So they're kind of fun, right? So we're going to attach this one with glue directly, and then we're going to have some fun and pop them up a little bit too. Now you're going to notice I went off of the cardstock, and that's okay. You'll see what we're going to do. And then the sun here, I'm going to put a dimensional on him. Whoop. Peel that off, and we'll stick the sun right about there. And then let's go ahead and we'll use this cloud right here. And we're going to layer that a little bit. I'm going to put a dimensional just on this end because this is already popped up with a dimensional, and I don't want it to look really weirdly wonky. That techie term of wonky. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this end, just a little. And we're going to pop that down like so. And then the last cloud, I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the left-hand side of it. And I'm going to run it off of there a little bit. And then take my scissors and we're going to trim that right off. Just like so. It's looking like something. This is exciting. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 trees in place. It's so funny. I have my, oh, there we go. So I have my iPad in front of me and my laptop to my right, and I wasn't seeing any comments. I'm like, what is going on? I like the stars too on that last one. I have to agree. Then I got into my zone and then I forgot to check comments. Okay, there we go. We'll put that one there. And then we have our little runaway deer and our camper. And let's see. I'm gonna pop this up. Let's use those baby mini dimensionals on that. Just makes it easier. This is kind of that in-between size, so these little itty bitties will be better. Whoops. Oh my goodness. And we'll put one right there. Okay. Oh, you know what I was going to do, and I didn't. This might make a difference. Let's see. So what I wanted to do on this, if you guys notice on here, I cut out an additional camper out of Pool Party because I actually wanted the windows in Pool Party like I did on this card. So what I did, so I had something to attach them to, so to speak, is I put a little piece of scrap white cardstock behind. And now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see if it'll work. You'll see what I mean in a second here. Whoops. I just thought I'd give it something for those windows to stick to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can do that. Kinda. Yeah, it'll work. So this is gonna look really funny, but trust me, it's gonna work. And I would do this too, because if I wanted to add the little curtain, there's a little tiny curtain that you can add to the camper as well. It's so darn cute. Okay, there we go. So that looks kind of weird, but if I didn't lose it, which it looks like I might have, well, that's okay. Maybe. Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll fix it later, but to give you guys the idea of what I was wanting to do. So this little bit of white gives me something to glue to. There we go. Does that make sense? So of course, the one that I can find is the same color, but I want it in Pool Party to put into the window. Oh well, it's here somewhere. It's floating. And then, because I peeled all those off, it's sticking. We're gonna go ahead and put our camper down. Isn't that cute? It's like I want to be there right now, and I want to make s'mores. I love s'mores. How many of you guys, like, first of all, how many of you go camping? And how many of you love s'mores? I know some people can't stand them. I love them. I love to burn my my marshmallows. I think I'm gonna, let's try to pop him up. We'll use a mini glue dot on the middle of his body. Hopefully that won't show. He's so skinny. And there we go. One last thing, I want to go ahead and add a sentiment to my card. And I used our Memento black ink. Make sure that's not crooked. Sending birthday wishes to Evelyn. Happy birthday. There we are. And then I need to go ahead and attach this entire thing to my card base. And I think I will do that with dimensionals, of course, right? Why not? Because we can. I think I just ordered like 10 more packs of dimensionals because I go through them so much between my personal use and then using them in class. I think every card I make has dimensionals. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and center that with a little bit of white showing on the top and the bottom. And I gotta find that little piece. That's gonna bug me now. But anyway, that is card number 3. Whoop, whoop. What do you guys think of that one? So let me get the others out here. So we have card, there's the last one we did. The middle one. And the fall. So we have like Christmas, fall, and summertime right there. A couple different ways to use your dies. What I think is really cool about these two, if you guys are scrapbookers, this would make a great element on your page. as far as, you know, whether you want it to be a 4x6 or something a little bit smaller with some camping photos. Wouldn't this like be darling? Or maybe you're just hiking. The tree dies themselves are so stinking cute. And the die that I love out of here as well is the camper, this little dog. There is a dog stamp. And like I said, what I'll do too, oh, I have some samples for you guys. So let's go ahead. That's right. Where did I put those? They're in front of my face. So with that being said, with what we've made today, I wanted to show you a few more ideas. If you guys are up to it, hang out with me for a few more minutes. I promise it'll be worth it. So this card here, the background, you can see is the silver dots. That is the 6x6 specialty paper that is also available in Celebration as a free item for the level 1 $50 purchase. And again, I use the camper, totally different color theme, and those beautiful trees. So darn cute, right? And then there's this card here for the background. What I decided to do is use my Simply Score tool and make my own background. And I scored it every 1/2 inch. And check out that little sign. Adorbs, right? So cute. And I cut the stars this time out of gold. And then there's this card here where I utilized the pole die and the lights that we're stringing across. Of course, you got to have the little doggy in there too. And aren't these cute as an extra little addition to your trees, the little stands as well. And there's the stamp set, the stamp in the stamp set and the dies as well that cut it. I just think that it's the cutest card ever. And let's say you don't want Christmas. Once again, I mixed this with something else from Celebration. So we have the Hippest Hippos stamp set, and I utilized the trees to go with it. Just something kind of fun and funky. And aren't those hippos, oh, so stinking cute. And then we have this card here. Who made this card? Amy Story. So I was involved in some swaps, and I love that she used this little curtain, and that is a die that's included in the set as well. And this paper is in the front of our holiday book, and I can't think of what it's called. Sweetest Christmas, I think is the Sweet Collection. Oh my gosh, that's to die for. Like I had to have that. This card here is a swap card, and please forgive me because I lost the name. I attached these to the back, but I loved the way the trees were utilized this way as a Christmas card, more of a tone-on-tone card. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I love giving ideas. I'm a sponge for ideas. So this card here is the Evening Evergreen. And the, oh my gosh, help me out here, guys. It's that other green in the in colors. Why am I having a brain fart? Shoot. Anyway, those two colors together are like a sure bet. They're like the perfect married couple, right? Those two greens. And I love that she used this ribbon with it that's carried over from the January through June catalog. I love that stuff. And then this last card here is also using the designer series paper called Ringed with Love. That's another item that you can earn for free during Celebration. It's a level 1 with a $50 purchase. Soft Succulent. Thank you, Evelyn. Oh gosh, that was painful for me. And again, I believe that that's what, who made this card here? Jessica made this card, and I love it. I love the simplicity of it, and this saying is perfect. And again, it's not a Christmas card, and I just think it's a lot of fun. And that Soft Succulent and the Evening Evergreen, again, perfect marriage, and that paper to go with it. It's a fun card, and this ribbon is just beautiful. So those were the other samples that I had. along with my 8x8 sampler that I left in my classroom. But anyway, I'll share another picture of that. I'll post that. And just to show you guys again, as far as my little collection of bits and bobbles, like I said, I love to cut and cut and cut and have things ready to go so that when I decide I want to design more later, I can. So just to show you different colors of trees and how they can look so different, but yet be the same stamp set and dies, right? And then, of course, like I told you, I have pink, well, actually, this is sweet sorbet trees. And I believe these are, oh my goodness. I have to think now. I think that these are shaded spruce. So yeah, I mean, just the variation in color can give you totally different looks on your tree collection. So anyway, I hope that you guys found a little bit of inspiration today. And if this has not been on your radar because you're thinking, it's Christmas, I already have something in mind for a holiday card this year, you may want to rethink it, because I think that this is going to give you a lot of mileage for a lot of different projects, whether you're card making, scrapbooking, or making some cute little tags. So yeah, I think it's adorbs. So anyway, thanks so much, you guys, for hanging out with me this afternoon. Thank you once again for those of you who are local and stopped by the BOGO paper crafting sale yesterday. That was a wild ride and it was so much fun, and I so appreciate you. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week right here at Dawn's Creative Chalet at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn. Thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye.